Well, there you are again. Welcome back to my lair. Charlie Greer podcast again. Today, we're talking about secrets. Hush whispers. Look at my window. I love that window. I have no idea. Maybe I need to fix it. So yeah, secrets. We all come on, man. We all have secrets. Like yesterday, I did about what did I do? The Georgia Guidestones. Somebody that we I see hiding in plain sight. Why do certain people need, or groups of people? And speaking of groups of people, like they say highly intelligent people like to be alone. They're so smart. Why are they all grouped up? I'm just asking questions. You know, that's how I do. Uh, yeah, like Bohemian Grove and all the, little secret societies. And is that a need, like a human behavior? Is that just like a constant need to know something others don't, Is that just like a human kind of, or is that how people think you are? Does that make them feel smart or make them feel? Because again, I don't have that many secrets. I mean, again, some of these secrets I have are just dumb. Like I don't want, I don't have like major secrets. Like if that ever got out, well, I would be no. I don't. Sometimes I wish I did. Because no, I don't. And that's another thing. Like, oh, if that secret gets out, like they relish in that shit. They like that behavior. They like, they like however that makes them feel. See, I don't. I don't like when I'll be open with people, man. I've always had that. I've been even like with my bands. People come, hey, can you help? I'd help people out. Growing up, my my grandfather, he'd be like, always share your information because for one, it'll make you look. If people can apply it like you, it makes you even look better. Most people don't think that way. No, no, no. Don't go hold about no. And every secret is exposed. Don't get it wrong, man. Come on. People doing these little things, and that's another. They want to. They're like emotional sadists. They want to. No, I never. Yeah, you do. They don't even admit it. Pardon me. Uh, I'm not well, but th- why else are people making the same mistakes over secrets? And they have some reason why. Well, we got to do this because we got to be secretive. Because I get being secretive sometimes, like say at war or whatever. You don't tell the enemy. Well, say here we go. We're gonna mosey on up. No, you don't want to do that. Again, we all have secrets. Cheers. I'm drinking coffee. But like this is a Bohemian Grove. Why on earth do they have to meet Northern California, some secret ranch, big statue of an owl? And I guess the owl, because he can see in the dark, he knows all the secret. These are powerful people, man. These are power. These people run the world. What there's got to be some kind of psychological reason that, and I'm sure there are like therapists and psychiatrists. They don't want to say. They know. People know. There's only so many things you can do. Again, people think they're new. I'm unique. I have secret. No, you're not. I mean, we're all unique, but not. You're going to do the same. What 12 behaviors or whatever it is. I mean, people get rich off secrets, and it's and security and this that. And we're gonna. Haven't you ever noticed like all these things are done because of for your safety? Dude, this is one thing. I mean, granted, nobody's watching my podcast, so I could say whatever. when people are saying, "Hey, we're coming for help you out for your sake," that's right there is a major tell. A flashing red light. And who are they? What's their expertise to? And then there's a bunch of them. Then we need everybody. No. Again, highly intelligent people tend to want to be alone. So if they're so smart, what are they doing? Oh, staying for the week, with all these other doing rituals and stuff like, burning an effigy or whatever it is. People get excited and turned on about keeping people down and their secrets and this, that. I'm telling you, man, it not me. I'm just saying that I've read a few books and lived a little bit of life, and when they're exposed again, when they're exposed, it's stupid. Everybody gets exposed. Have people learn that's why I do certain, because I don't want people. I mean, again, I'm a simple kind of dude, so I don't have these thoughts. Well, if I do this, and they won't know, and then they're going to know. It's going to be. It might take 10, 20 years. You might be dead, and I will say he was, expose all your secrets. There goes your legacy. Yeah, all this stuff, the groups and this and that, Skull and Bones, whoever. I have a feeling a lot of stuff that we know about these groups are like old hat. Like, oh, they're still talking about that. Well, then there's new stuff. And a lot of things that there's always a changing of the guard. So they'll hang people out to dry, man. They will well, it's just, what's that? The Who song? Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Kinda. Yeah, that's what it is. And the secrets I have are so monkey simple. Like, I just don't want people, like, for instance, like, like when I take a shower, it's basically a secret. I don't want people coming in there and know what I'm doing. I'm in the shower. You don't do it secretly, but stupid things like. But people have major secrets, man. So many that they can't. Well, see, they're going to tell another lie, and if I did. That's their whole life. It's a cottage industry. Secrecy is. And I've read a few things about ancient knowledge and whatever, and they would create bullshit and make it like, oh, let's have this stone or whatever and wrap it in a cloth, and then and then we got to have a priest or whoever or guru, and then build a temple around it. It's about power. That ain't nothing. I don't mean shit. The illusion. They want people to think that that's no. The real purpose is keeping people in line, in the dark. I've always thought, like, what if I started some kind of bullshit following, then it would, well, see, that's what these people do. Think about it. Like, people in power that have money. Okay, you grew up around these people. You never had a job. You go to some college that your parents pay for. You ain't paying for any expensive college. Then straight out of college, you get put in a position, dude. You've never even, everybody around. That's a good resume right there. Well, let's see. You got some nepotism, favorite crony. Well, you're hired. That's real. It's a bunch of us down here. Like in February, I moved from California to Illinois, and I had a down, grade to move here. I needed a place to, like, just 24 years in LA, living that life, and then need a place to decompress, be around normal people, just kind of blend in. And I got a part-time job. I mean, I'm I'm not making any money. I mean, compared to my overhead, but I haven't worked for this little bit of money in 20 years. But I like it. I mean, hey, it went in Rome. I mean, I'm not rich, so I have to, provide. And it sucks like living off your savings for like the last 2.5 years. But I hadn't had a job in years, man. Been living off of savings, and in LA I could flip cars and guitars or whatever. So what the reason I'm telling you is it's I'm not trying to be secretive about anything in my life. I'm trying to be humble and open and this and that. Like I'm not again, I've been better. I've been better off. I've had better jobs, but it's near my house. I can walk there if I need to. Yes, hey, I'm working today. Got to go to work. Yesterday I had to go in early, so I did my podcast at like 6:30 in the morning. As the 6:30 a.m. podcast. Woo! Yeah, people are gonna be watching that. They're gonna get excited for that. So again, the reason I'm telling us, I'm not trying to be like I know. No, man, I'm just a regular dude. I'm a citizen. I'm a worker bee. Now, I mean, granted, it's a part-time job. I'm not. I don't want to work too hard. Hey, I got stuff to do. Podcasts to watch, dogs to walk. And I've never been, again, even these simple things like bands. When I was in my first band, they're so secretive about it. You could get, huh? Then aren't you guys going by talent or just throw it up against the wall, see who sticks? No, you got to be this, that, and then you got to. And I've always just kind of moseyed on past those people. One situation when I was in LA and I was in a band, and another guy in a band was like, "Hey, drop by the band house," and being nosy, like, "How much you guys spend a month on your band?" What do you mean spend on the band? Like, we try to tally it. Well, we all split the warehouse we rent, and this, that. I don't know, not that much. And he was like, "I spend 10,000." Is that he told me? My dad gives me a $10,000 allowance for my band. That's not even what I live on. $10,000. This was back in the '90s. $10,000 a month. That's $120,000 a year on your shitty band. Shit. I mean, can I manage your band and get 20? And he was couldn't wrap his head around that he knew all this stuff and this money, and he still wasn't doing as good as we were. But I mean, and then he was like, "Don't tell anybody I'm spending $10,000 on my band." He had secrets. Simple things. Again, I've never been in a position. I've been around powerful people. I've seen them from afar or whatever, met these, but I've never been in again, I don't like being around certain group thoughts and certain group. I got that. It's exhausting, man. For me. Some people love the hey, and I used to be a social butterfly, but not anymore. Not anymore. But I like hanging out. I mean, I hung out with my neighbor last night on the porch, just like that's me. That's why I moved back to Illinois. We're on the porch, just hanging out. People walk by, "How you doing?" That kind of thing. Wave in with this feet. I'm trying to sell my Mercedes. Hey, you want to buy a Mercedes? Maybe I would. Because I bought that again. I flip cars in LA, Mercedes, BMWs. That's easiest ones to flip. So this Mercedes I bought to flip, and then the lockdown happened, and then I've had this thing damn near 3 years. Good thing. I mean, it runs great, and it got me across the country. I mean, good on gas. It's a sports event, like a four-cylinder. It's like the fastest four-cylinder you were gonna. But yeah, secrets. We all have little secrets. Mine are so small. Again, I don't have, and again, there's no power or money behind. And what would you rather? I talked about this yesterday. Like power or money? Do you need a little bit of both? I mean, the illusion of power might be more important than power, because you want the illusion. Because again, if you there's always somebody trying to. I want it. So maybe you. Again, they put people in up front where they think that he's the one. No, he. I think of that Simpsons episode, like the Stonecutters Simpsons, whatever it was. Who made Steve Gutenberg a star? We did, like in the Simpsons. Yeah, and then the two guys, I forgot their names, but those two dudes are the ones in power, but in real life they're a bunch of dipshits. That kind of thing. You think it'd like be Mr. Burns who owns no, it's these two other, when they're in their secret society, whatever. And how did all this start? Like, again, like we're talking about like way back, like people were like caveman, Neanderthal. Did they have little groups keeping secrets? And also you can, during wartime, they would, like codes and like see what they would just make up bullshit. So the enemy would just spend all their time trying to break these codes that don't mean shit. That's actually kind of smart to do if you're at war. Hey, send this out and let them wrap their mind around. It's nothing. If you do figure it out, it's like nanny boo, we had, I guess because the world is such an arduous, it's just, do we really need people? We all are affected by secrets and people and secretive people in power everywhere. Nobody's exempt. Nobody has been since the time, it's been going on. It's and maybe people again, like, there's levels to see, well, I'm in the Dungeons and Dragons group or something, this is stupid stuff. Or like the most secrets, it's like if you're, sleeping around on somebody, say if you got a wife or a girlfriend and then you got a side piece, that's secretive. Well, we meet over here when we, and people think that there's nothing wrong with that. Or they want to tell them something. It's just, and usually both are, you think that, and also that it changes the, when you're not honest with people, some people can be fooled easily, but there's something right. Like, man, the energy change. I see what? Pardon me. I wish that we lived in a world where we could just be, hey, rainbows and lollipops. It ain't like that. People are always, how you doing? Yeah, right. Walk away. Well, that hates this. They get secretive because they're not telling me and they're talking shit, whatever, or whoever. It starts with everybody. People think that we need governments and laws and this to govern yourself. Again, I get it because people just do. Man, if you let people do what they'll come up with some strange stuff and rationalize it too. That's another thing about human behavior. When certain people, when they're rationalize a lot of things, that's not good. That's what, well, I did that. It's fine if I do. That's another thing. People think that since they do it, it's okay. Or they're hypocrites. Like they can dish it out but can't take it. Like people that like, then you turn that, mirror them and they go, hey, you can't. Well, that's what you're doing. That's all you do. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. When I used to teach vocal lessons, I had like a little iPad, whatever, and people would want to sing, and I'd record them. Like, okay, I want you to hear yourself when you first start, and we can go back and I would use my tablet or whatever, record them. Some people be like, "What did you do? Well, what is that?" I'm like, "Well, that's you." No, it's not. I don't sound like that. You do. That is that. You think? Yeah, that's exactly what you sound like. Nah, you did. Some people would be so pissed off when they would hear, well, that ain't me. Okay, get rid of it. Erase it. I don't sound like that. Well, no, I leave. Like I never see him again. Pay me for 4 lessons, come to 1 and gone. Because they were exposed, their secret or whatever. They didn't think, they think in their mind, and they think that, they're singing. So they think they sound like they're not. No. You've seen people in the car singing to a song and they just sound horrible. In their mind, they might think they sound like damn, Freddie Mercury. So I would, I quit using mine because they're like, "What did you do? You're like, I did something." So I'd pull out your phone. You're gonna use your phone. I wouldn't explain this to them. Like, yeah, pull out your phone And the reason I didn't want them to say, what did you do on your test? You got some kind of software that no. And they'd still, some people would still do the same thing. Pull up their phone, I'd put it on the stand. Okay, let's do your thing. And watch it back. Whoa, I don't look like that. I don't sound like that. What did you do? What's your phone? I didn't do anything except record. No. See, most people aren't like that. So I'm like, oh wow, I do. I didn't think I sound, but some are like, no, you can't. They're not going to budge. You're just shaming and blaming, and like you're paying me $25 an hour or more to teach you, and that's what I think. These behavior, people don't get it. They don't. They think they're doing it and it's okay, or somehow they're smart enough that, oh yeah, we figured it out. You would think that they would like read a bit about history and how everything's exposed, and you can know. Or do they want to subconsciously be exposed? Again, like a emotional sadist. They want to be treated better. They'll never admit it. That's not me. Yeah, it is. Yeah. People do some strange things. I do strange. Everybody does. Everybody's, people's habits, eating habit, whatever, man. Like when I moved, I'm shocked at how many people around here like just drink soda and eat candy. Like, I mean, that's their dinner. When I try to eat healthy, I eat a lot of beans and rice. I mean, that's all I eat, basically. Vegetables and yogurt. And I can't eat. I have like health problems. My stomach's all messed up. I can't eat fast food. I mean, I've been back since February. I haven't eaten McDonald's since I moved back. Because they have the McDonald's here is packed. They have like 2 drive-through. I mean, hey, it's big too for this town, But this town's not doing too good. Even the fast food, like the Long John Silver's closed, and these little towns are maybe starting to dry up. Maybe slowly. Hopefully, it will change. Because I'm surrounded by these huge farmers, so it's like poor people and these like really rich farmers. What are their secrets? Hard in it. We all got them. We all have secrets. Some are not as intense. I mean, again, people use secrets to get ahead, make money, to control. And they, see, I'm in this group, that, and then they say the foundation for, come on. And then they have lists of, see, I'm in this. It's endless. Again, exhausting. Even on these are people get hung out to dry. That's what you do when you hang people out when you get to a certain part, and then put him as the leader or in power, the illusion of power, and we're behind the scenes, kind of like the Wizard of Oz. And if shit happened, it's his fault. When he's just a puppet, just telling, what's he reading off of? Like the press secretaries for the president, like they just got a book. They're not answering. Okay, let me. That's flipping through. See. Okay, inflation. Well, this is what I should say. I'm sorry. And people don't like in a linear fat. Like it's all mixed up. This what about Because you go back a year or two, like, oh no, that never happened. Oh, of course, that people are. No, these experts say, and then it does happen. Well, nobody knew it was going to happen. Well, dude, a year ago, that's what you were saying. Huh? What? For reals, though, about their secrets, man. Even, little gang, it's all secret. Everything is like a friggin' drives me crazy. When I was in my band, sometimes a band, you're supposed to band together. And a lot of times you can't communicate. It's hard. That's the hardest part about being in a band. Or when I was you can't get away with it. When I was curating art shows and like doing group shows for people and doing it's endless. That's how to pretty much give everybody a shot. And then, okay, you didn't have to go through, because I've done the same thing. We're like, well, no, you've got to go talk to, and they're not they don't like you, then you can't. What about my art? Like you haven't mentioned, that's another thing. My music, my art. my screenplays, my acting, my book. You get to a certain level, you have to deal with certain people, and they don't talk anything about that. It's all this other shit. Well, you're not this, you're not that. What about my talent? What about my art? Oh no, what are you talking about? They think you're weird. Well, that's why we're here, right? You work in the arts, you work at the studio, whatever. How did you get? Because then it has nothing to do with trying to find people that are talented. Come on, man. That'll expose them. No, they can't have you, right? And I'm not saying I'm the greatest. I mean, come on. Look at me. I ain't that talented. But it's everywhere, dude. Even that. I was applying for some of these jobs around here because I do sales. So I applied for like sales jobs around here. And what are the odds of this too? Everybody that I've interviewed with, like a higher paying job around here, was morbidly obese. Like it happened like 4 times. What are the odds of that? I guess that equates to where I'm at now. These people, I mean, they're cankled up. They're just and they're doing pretty good as far as. And I was sitting down with this in an interview with a sales. Tell me about your favorite movie you watch. I'm like, hey, let's talk about sales, man. You know, what about the average transaction around here? Do you use the mirror with the salesman? Like, well, no, we just got trained with that. Yeah, you're great. Then I get the job. Matter of fact, I've never. This is the thing. I've never not gotten a job once I've jumped through the hoop, talked to them on the phone, come in for an interview. I've always gotten the job. Back here. Oh, you're some kind of dancer from LA or something? Like, no, a dancer. I can't dance. Just to say that to what are you? I mean, don't worry about me being a dancer. Worry about your high blood pressure or your your morbid obesity. Because you're morbidly obese. I mean, some of these same behaviors, man. It's like they're. So that's kind of why I took the job. They asked, "Do you want a job?" I didn't even like, yeah, I'm looking for. Then I said no because I. Then about a month or so later, it's like, damn, I'm blowing through my savings. I gotta do something. Yeah, I can't, man. I again, I used to be able to just get by like selling guitars and selling cars. Around here, there isn't no, you know, you can't. There's just nothing. There's no action as far as like. And then another thing, there's all these factory jobs. You go like, well, it's 12-hour shift, and no, I ain't gonna 12 hours in a factory. I got dogs to walk. I mean, come on. Secrets, like I got. Like I just don't fit in as much as I try. I mean, I want to. Maybe I should have wore like a camouflage cap or something. Work boots. But yeah, so I had to surrender and submit to the situation in my life. It's like, okay, here I am. I got to do this. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be doing better, but I mean, this is what I got to do. Even with my podcast, like I know, look at my window behind. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. I'm not trying to be secretive about it. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. I was thinking about my podcast. Like, oh, I did that. I was going to do bits and this. I'm like, man, what do I have? Me. I got me. And I was thinking about the Howard Stern thing. Just use what you have. If it ain't that good, just lean into it, relish in it, make fun of it. People can relate to that. If I come on here and try, see, I might get that. I don't want that. It ain't no. I got to do what me. I gotta be me. And my cameras will get better and all this other stuff. But I can't. That to me is a lie. To live a lie, like I can't be secretive about. Well, I'm just gonna, project myself in a certain like. Nah. This is it. This is what you get. You get the broken window, and my dogs are walking around on the wooden floor. You hear, there's stuff in the background, lawnmowers. because for one, if I don't do that, if I'm trying to be secretive and try to be somebody I'm not, and then that's a lie, like try to, you know, say I'm doing, but this, I can't do that. I feel comfortable being honest, being humble. That way I can just do what I'm going to do and get better at it. I mean, again, I'm not going to, I could be, I was thinking about doing certain other things. But man, I gotta be me. And again, go do you as long as your secrets don't affect me, which they probably will. I mean, come on. People don't want to know. But I think it's important just to be yourself. Just don't, everybody has a little secrets, but don't turn it into a group. Like it's incorporated, like, and it's all, you got security and you bought some kind of ranch and you meet there every year. I mean, come on, man. But in the beginning of time, people have been doing that. I don't even see how you would stop that. Again, it's human behavior. And you don't want to be going exposing people. I mean, that's. Yeah, what secrets do you have? What are you hiding? You can't be pointing the finger, and if you're technically doing the same stuff, it's on a lower level. Holding people down because you want to succeed. I guess that's a talent. Man, think about it. What are you? Everything's going to be exposed, man. I mean, it's eventually. Can you keep up with all the secret and lie and this? It's tough. It's exhausting. I can't do it. I have to do what I feel comfortable with, which is everyday rant like a madman on a podcast that nobody's watching. I mean, I get it. And also, I have to be the first person to point the finger at me. I think it's funny. I'm going to point it out, but it's, hey, look at me. I'm a dumbass. I think that's great. Well, I'm out of here. I got to go to work. Get my ass to work. I love y'all. Be blessed. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.